Good morning, Foran. Today is Monday, April 14th, and we'll be following an 8-day schedule.
Today's forecast is partly cloudy with a high of 64 and a low of 49 degrees, with winds up to 13 miles per hour.
Today's lunch is spicy chicken with fries, or hot honey nachos with cheese and fixins. There's also deli, chicken patties, wraps, pizza, and salads available too.
The Interact Club is doing a bottle and can collection fundraiser for the month of April and first week of May in the cafeteria during all 3 lunch waves. There is a box near the windows to put your cans and bottles. All of your bottles and cans will be donated to our city's monthly can drive for pediatric brain cancer research through Milford's The Cure Starts Now chapter. If you have any questions, please see Ms. Plude.
Attention Bible and Prayer Club. We will meet today after school in room 392. All are welcome.
The following foreign teams have home games today. Varsity boys baseball against Amity at 3:45 p.m. at the Ken Walker Field. Varsity boys tennis against Hamden at 3:45 p.m. at the Richard Herman Tennis Courts. And varsity girls softball against Guilford at 3:45 p.m. at the Daniel Kemp Memorial Field.
Additionally, varsity girls lacrosse against Sacred Heart at 4:30 p.m. at the Vito DeVito Turf Field. JV girls softball against Guilford at 5:15 p.m. at the Danielle Kemp Memorial Field. And JV girls lacrosse against Sacred Heart at 6 p.m. at the Vito DeVito Turf Field. Hope you can come out and support your Lions.
Recently, Miss Hudson shared a photography tip with us. Let's take a look.
So good morning. Some photo tips from the photo teacher. So since most of you take your pictures with your phone, the 2 tips I'm going to give you right now are tips that you can use with your fancy little iPhones. The first is a thing about composition. So if you want to make your images look better, you have to think about where you're putting your subject in your frame. So there's a compositional strategy called the rule of thirds. If you take your photo frame and you divide it up like a tic-tac-toe grid or a hashtag for you young kids who've never played tic-tac-toe before. If you divide your frame up with these imaginary purple lines and then you put your subject on one of these intersecting points, then it throws your subject off center and makes it more visually interesting. So the rule of thirds is one strategy that you can use when you're composing your pictures. Now, since most of you take your pictures using your phones, if you want to put this imaginary grid on your camera phone, what you can do is go to your phone. You're going to open up your settings. When you go to your settings, you're going to go specifically to camera. You're going to turn on the grid feature. And when you do that, when you go to your camera mode, and I go to take a picture, I'm going to turn this to take a picture of myself. The grid is on there. You can see the camera. That's you guys in the camera. The grid is right there. It doesn't show up in your photographs, but it helps you compose your pictures so that you're not putting your subject dead center.
Those are the announcements for today, Monday, April 14th. Have a great day, Foran.